So this is the Dogecoin video you've been waiting for, especially if you haven't been following along closely in 2020. And of course, we've heard about it being buzzed by people like Elon Musk and on TikTok. But if you're like me, you probably thought this was a dead project, right? When I looked closer, I discovered that boy was I wrong. They are alive and kicking. So in this video, I'm going to break down for you what all they've been up to in Dogeland in 2020 and what they're excited about in 2021. So if that sounds interesting to you at all, you know what to do. Sit back, relax, and just keep on watching. Welcome back to Bitcoin for Beginners. I'm your host Kevin, and in this channel, we're all about deep research, honest opinions with no frills nor fluff. As always, I'm going to leave timestamps down below for you to skip ahead if you'd like. And please like and subscribe if you want to see Doge go to the moon. So a really quick recap for those of you who forgot what Doge was all about, right? This is a cryptocurrency project born in 2013, and it was forked from some coins that were ultimately based on the Bitcoin code base. It was made as a joke mainly by software engineer Jackson Palmer, and it was based on a meme after all, right? The logo had a Shiba dog in it. This community is especially known for how friendly and welcoming it is, and not super elitist, which is a contrast to other crypto projects out there. And one thing that they're famous for is for sponsoring the Jamaica bobsled team, because they qualified for the Sochi Winter Olympics, but they couldn't afford to go. So the Dogecoin community raised the money and paid for their entry. Jackson Palmer left the Doge world and the crypto world in 2015, but since this is a pretty decentralized project, other people took over, so it is still humming along to this day. So what should you know about Doge in 2020? Well, let's start with the development, right? Because I have a technical background, so I always like to look at this stuff. So their core client update 1.14 was finally completed and activated in 2020. This was a soft fork, so they needed miners and other people to switch over willingly. And this took quite a while, but they finally got it done. And you may be wondering, what is this about anyways, right? Well, it is a software update to the Dogecoin network, so it included things like bug fixes, performance enhancements, and so forth. And if you want to get really technical, one major thing included was a new opcode called check lock time verify. And essentially what it does is it enables atomic swaps in the future for Dogecoin. This was actually released in 2019, but adoption was pretty slow, so there was a concerted effort in 2020 to get it finally activated and past that threshold, and they succeeded at that. There's also a lot more use cases in the Doge world, like their gaming ecosystem, for example. There is a game called The Ruins of Chaos, which is a browser-based RPG game and has Dogecoin as the in-game currency. Essentially, you can earn it, you can use it to trade and buy stuff in the game, and also withdraw it to your own wallet. There's also Doge Racer, an Android mobile racing game, which is pretty cool. You can download it and try it out yourself. And Doge Miner, which I even played for a little bit. It's just a clicking-based adventure game, but pretty simple, pretty neat, and has Doge all around the game. And on a more serious note, there's also a payments use case that's being pushed forward by the community. Someone made DogePal, which is a way of sending Doge peer-to-peer over email. They also support texting or SMS, invoices, and much more. And I took a look at this, and admittedly, it is not that polished quite yet, but I do give them a lot of props for pushing this ahead step by step from the community. And in terms of buzz, right, we heard about Elon Musk. He's tweeted about Doge dozens of times over the year. He's even called himself the former CEO of Dogecoin and mentioned that the Mars economy could run on crypto. Some people were like, why not use Dogecoin? He's also tweeted that the Dogecoin standard would take over the world. And I mean, we've gotten to know his humor by now, right? He probably was joking about this, but it's also not a surprise that he has an affinity for the funny and meme-like culture of the Dogecoin world. And also Angela White, an adult film star, also recently tweeted about Doge, how she's been hodling since 2014 and that she really loved it. And her tweet also caused a pump in the price. And also, if you don't remember, mid-year 2020, there was a huge campaign on TikTok to pump Doge's price, and it made Doge spike up 2,000% briefly for a few days in mid-2020. there were several million TikTok videos at that time with the hashtag of Dogecoin, and some of the largest ones got over 100,000 likes, which is really impressive. They were really trying to make Doge reach $1 per Doge, which would be an insane goal, but I do give them a valiant try though. But if you do like trading, you should check out our sponsors for this video, PrimeXBT. And I just want to give a quick shout out to them. They're a trading platform that offers margin trading on a bunch of different assets. And specifically, you should check out their co-vesting feature, which is a way to copy trade advanced traders essentially. So when they trade, and you don't have to learn all these advanced tactics yourself. If you're an experienced trader as well, you can earn success fees from people who copied you, and that amounts to around 20% of the profits that you potentially generate for them. So this is really a win-win situation, but as always, trading is risky, so be sure to look into this further, that you're comfortable with what you're doing. And I don't blame you if all you want to do is hold Doge as well. There's also a welcome bonus of 50% of your initial deposit. So if you deposit 0.1 BTC, you get 0.05. This is not withdrawable though, and basically you can use it to increase your purchasing power. So be sure to use my link and my code BFB50 down in the description below if you want to check this out. And in terms of collaboration, Dogecoin has also been ported to the DeFi space recently. There was this project called P Network that built a bridge that tokenizes Doge on Ethereum, right? And essentially there's an ERC20 token called P Doge that you can reimburse one-to-one back to Doge. So now you can do a lot more with your Dogecoin, like use it with smart contracts and other functionalities in the DeFi space. Personally, I love this world of interoperability in the blockchain space, and I think that when chains work together, it really benefits everyone. Like a rising tide lifts all ships, right? And last but not least, I have to touch on some community efforts that have gone on in Dogeland in the past year, because that's what they're known for, right? They are working with an initiative called Folding at Home, in which you can use your computer's resources and power to help scientists run simulations and find cures. And especially they've been using that in the past year to help with COVID simulations, and Doge folders, which is a group of Dogecoin enthusiasts, have been helping with that. And the best part is you can get Doge as rewards for helping them out with that. Now, I also took a look and asked people what are they most interested in and most excited about in 2021. So like I said, there's a concerted effort for them to drive usage as a currency and not just hoard a bunch of Dogecoin and use it to hodl as a store of value, right? They've explicitly put a call to action for any payment processors who are interested in Dogecoin to reach out to them so that this can help merchants accept Dogecoin more easily and let people spend it rather than just hold it and trade it, for example. They're also working on version 1.17 of their core client, and their development's not dead at all. Just go check their GitHub. It's been alive and kicking. They also don't just sit around between public releases. They continue to test and debate further releases as well. And if you're curious, their process is to take the Bitcoin code base, which they're based on after all, and to Dogify it. So they change the block time, the difficulty adjustments, the block rewards, and so forth. And they also debate and really think about which features and what they want to add, since Dogecoin ultimately does have a slightly different vision than Bitcoin. So what are my final thoughts about everything in Dogeland, right? One thing I did notice is that there's more talk about bringing Doge to the moon and to $1, but I do miss the old mantra of 1 Doge equals 1 Doge. We're in it for fun. This is a welcoming community, regardless of what the price of Doge is doing. But on the note of price, Dogecoin is a special altcoin though. It is what they call an oscillator, which means with regards to BTC ratio, it goes in cycles over the years, and it doesn't just degenerate and consistently lose value, right? So in my opinion, that means that there is something special about Dogecoin, and as long as the community is here, it's going to stand the test of time. After all, it is the community that is pretty special, right? I was first drawn to Dogecoin back when I first started years ago, and I loved how fun it was, how welcoming it was, and how accessible it is to newbies. It's a really great and lighthearted way for people to get introed to cryptocurrency in general, so I definitely recommend all beginners and newbies to enter this space as well and to hang out with the Dogecoiners. Anyways, what do you think about Dogecoin, and are you looking to buy some more? What are you excited about? Let me know down in the comments below and I'll definitely get back to you. I'm Kevin from Bitcoin for Beginners. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys next time.